Found my desk. Yeah, someone playing jokes on me. Thank you. Sorry, excuse me, sorry, sorry. Aaliyah, am I making you dizzy? Huh?
How come everybody's in the back? All the cheap seats, it's like being in church. Do I need to be in your meeting for around for them to see this, or is this all working separately?
No, I believe our piece is doing that. I'm gonna probably turn this, Mr. Kowski, when you start. Yeah.
Yep, I just wanted to make sure. That's
Okay.
fine.
Unless, yeah, do you want to join the meet and share your screen so they can see you?
Whatever you think is gonna work better.
Okay.
I don't know what this board will see though if I do that.
All right, well, Aaliyah is on here. How about Sam Seward? I don't see a Sam Stewart. I see Annalise. Ashley Russell is remote. Cassie, Michelle is here. Is Yassine here?
Oops.
Cassie's here. Hi, Cass. Is Yassine's not here? No? Sarah's here. Mark, I didn't know your name, Mark. Where is he? All right. Kayla is coming. Paris is here. How about Anthony? And Toria is here. All right. We will check on these people.
And then water, there's water.
Yes, there's water and there is ice cream coming. So we'll get that in just a moment. So, but let's get started. We have some people here, and Ms. Santoro is here. So thank you for coming. Right, it's been challenging to try to have an event, do something remote. Normally, right, this thing is at Orange County Community College, or SUNY Orange as they call it now. But we wanted to do something in-house. We wanted to do something to have some personal recognition for you. Traditionally, Orange County notifies you that you won something, right? But we want the people that recognized you to be able to speak to you directly, right? You were nominated for a reason. You were nominated for doing something special, and we wanted to have some connection there. And we also wanted you to have some connection and understanding to Sojourner Truth. Ms. Burkowski is going to do a short presentation a little bit about, and then we're going to hear from some of the staff that said some nice things about you, right? And was one of the reasons here. There's people watching live, and then there's people here in person. So I do want to thank Ms. Burkowski for getting the library set up here. And we have our guests here. Your teachers are here, as well as Mr. Rydell and Mr. Lenz here from our district office. So how about 2 claps for everybody? How about 2 claps? So thank you for coming. It's a Friday afternoon, and it's nice to celebrate some good things here. So we'll start with Ms. Burkowski and the presentation, and then we'll go to the adults. I know some of the adults have to go first because they got to go to 9th period. Some of the adults got to go last because some kids are doing some stuff now, and then they're going to come. Okay? So we'll get you in order, right? You're a firster, and Liz Maloney's going first. Right, there she is. Yeah. All right, I will turn it over to Ms. Burkowski. 2 claps. 2 claps.
We haven't been able to 2 clap because we haven't been together. So, like as Mr. Murata said, I just put together something really quick because I think it's super important if you're getting an award named after somebody that you actually know something about the person whose award you're receiving, basically, or who it honors. So this is a daguerreotype of Sojourner Truth. You can see she was born in the late 1700s, early 1800s, and if you don't know who she is, or why you're even here, this is why you're here. So the goal of the Sojourner Truth Awards program is to recognize your accomplishments as a student and as a person. It honors you in the areas of athletics, citizenship, creative arts, diversity, English language arts, foreign languages, mathematics, perseverance or efforts, sciences or technology. So you are doing something great in one of those realms of life. And so someone, as Mr. Murata alluded to, has recognized that and is basically saying thank you for your achievements in those areas. So, Mrs. Decker's not here, but Mrs. McCullough's going to play my secretary. So, the things that Sojourner Truth is known for is basically what somebody is seeing in you. So, she was known as a historical figure who shows us a lot of strength, a lot of passion. She was fearless for a woman of her time, and you'll hear about how that ties in a minute. She was very courageous. She was, apparently, if you read about her, very honest and straightforward. And she really persevered through a lot. Like, I didn't really know too much about her until we started doing this for this award. I had to do some research, and I was like blown away by thinking about what she did in the time that she did it is amazing, because even doing what she did now would be quite a feat. So, why Sojourner Truth? Here we are in Port Jervis. This is us. All of these pins here are where Sojourner Truth started her early life and why she's important to the Hudson Valley region. So she ended her life in the Midwest, but her early life and her impact was felt very quickly in the Kingston area, what we now know as Kingston, which is about an hour and a half drive if you've ever, we play some school districts in sports up around here, Saugerties, Red Hook, Kingston. So you could drive and see all these things that you're going to see on the screen still exist. So if you ever wanted to drive around, take a nice scenic drive up through 209 and Kingston area, you can see the places that Sojourner Truth actually was. So this is Ulster Park. This is where she was born. In this house, actually, she lived in this house that still stands today in Ulster Park. She was born in the 18th century in Ulster County as a slave. She spoke Dutch as her native language. She never learned how to read or write. So that also keep that in your mind as you hear of the things that she did. This was actually a tavern at the time that she was working here, enslaved, I should say. She wasn't just working, she was enslaved here. And she would sleep in the basement, and one of her jobs was in the kitchen. And so she was a kitchen slave, and her and a couple of other slaves ran and did all the work for the proprietor of the tavern. So that was in like the early in her life. At the age of 14, she was married to another slave, with which she had 5 children over the course of their relationship. And this is a church that she would have, still stands in Ulster Park. This is was one of the places where she would have worshipped, and religion became really central in her focus, as it did with a lot of slaves. It gave her something to have hope for and hope in, and it was one place where they were allowed to actually like hear readings and people speaking and all those kinds of things, which was not, obviously, like they weren't allowed to read or write, which is why she never learned how to read or write. So she, at the age of 13, she was sold. Again, like I said, she was married at the age of 14, but at the age of 13 she was sold, and this was the church that the family that bought her would have worshipped in with her. So, you're 13 years old, you're a slave, you're now sold again. So this is,
am I supposed to see something?
oh, somebody can't see, somebody's speaking to me through your Port Pride thing, Mr. Murata.
Okay. How do we stop that from happening?
I don't know.
It must be on that.
I don't know.
Mr. Santoro, how about you mute?
Technical difficulty.
I never did this, Mr. Moran. I'm looking for an mute here.
Don't worry, there's only 25 people watching and listening to you. Don't worry about
And
it.
Anna is not right at all.
No one mutes Joe Santoro.
So this, now obviously you can see that the roads are paved and whatever. This place, Poppletown, which is actually over by the Ashokan Reservoir, becomes important because in her early 20s, Sojourner Truth decides she has had enough of the treatment she's getting, and she is going to escape with 3 of her children. So she has 5 children. She leaves 2 behind. One who is eventually sold into slavery and sent to Alabama, which is going to become really important here. And there's a group of Quakers, and if you know anything about history, Quakers were anti-slavery and very peaceful people. So she walks from Kingston to this Poppletown with 3 children in tow in the middle of the night to seek refuge with the Quakers. So there's a Quaker family in Poppletown who buys her for $20, her and her 3 children for $20, and then they grant her freedom. So she's now a freed woman, bought and paid for by the residents of Poppletown. But she still has this son in Alabama. So remember, she can't read or write. She's in Ulster County, New York, as a freed black woman. Her son is in Alabama as a slave child. And she decides that that is ridiculously wrong, and she wants her son back. So she petitions the court of New York as an uneducated, unformally educated woman who cannot read or write and speaks Dutch as her first language. She petitions the court of New York in what is then the capital of New York, which is Kingston, for freedom for her son. And her claim is that he was sold illegally because he was sold after slavery ended in New York State. There was like a 3-month window there. And she wins. And her son is sent, they send people to Alabama to retrieve her child from the plantation he was sold to, and he comes and rejoins her in New York State. So, if that, I don't know what perseverance is. I mean, you walk with 3 children in the dark to escape, you find somebody who will buy your freedom, you then sue in the state of New York to get your son back from Alabama in the 1800s. I think that's a lot of courage, a lot of perseverance, a lot of everything. So she's kind of an icon. She goes on to, she doesn't write, but she dictates books. She gives a speech about with the suffrage movement. She becomes an abolitionist with some very famous people during the Civil War. And because of her importance in the Hudson Valley area and the things that she did for, freedmen and freed people and former slaves in her life, this New Paltz, SUNY New Paltz, if you go to SUNY New Paltz, their library is named after her, which is kind of ironic because she never did learn how to read or write, even though she does have 2 books associated to her name. And they actually also have a statue of her. This is the statue of her on the grounds, right off the grounds of New Paltz. So if you ever go to SUNY New Paltz for a college visit or whatever, you can see her statue. And this is, truth is powerful and it prevails is a key quote that she used. She also is famously known for saying, "Ain't I a woman?" Basically, in her later life, she campaigned, like I said, for suffrage and said, just because I'm a woman doesn't make me lesser of a person. So she, coming from ridiculously terrible circumstances in her life to becoming an icon in not only the early civil rights movement, but the abolitionist movement and the suffrage movement, granting women the right to vote as well as other rights, is what makes her so admirable and why they named this award after her. So if you want to think about why you were selected and kind of match yourself and think about her journey, we would just, Mrs. Valentine, who some of you may know, she retired, but she loved this ceremony. It was like her favorite thing of the year. Sad that we couldn't invite her back because of all the pandemic stuff, but she always used to say that this was one of the things that she loved to remind her kids that she nominated, was to learn from her life, learn from Sojourner's journey, and you, like her, can overcome any obstacles and you can impact the world with your talents and the things that you are really good at or are just really passionate about. So, and because I'm a good librarian, here are all my sources. I have to plug the sources. Here are my MLA formatted correctly sources. So, but if you're interested about her, there's a ton of information out there. She's a really fascinating woman. So that's our Sojourner Truth background, Mr. Murata, and why we're all here to celebrate these students. So, happy to doing that.
Thank you, Ms. Perkowski, for that. My vacation, like many of you, got canceled last year, right? So we wound up going to the Finger Lakes in upstate New York. Also a lot in Auburn, New York. There's a lot about Sojourner Truth there and her story and that too. So, but thank you for that. So, again, there's water here. I do want to thank our guests, and I know some of our teachers have to get some places. I see some guidance counselors here, and as well, Ms. Nyland, thank you. So, Ms. Bransfield, I know your student is remote, but we still would love to hear it, and we have, here. So, why don't we kick off for you, that Ms. Bransfield will read a little bit about Samuel Seward. All right, thank you. Let's see, so we're live streaming. I'll come join you.
Let's go,
Yeah,
wherever Ms. Morano
let's
wants.
go in front.
There you go, I guess I'm wrong, I don't know, it's not my double point.
Thanks so much. I chose to honor Sam Seward as my Sojourner Truth winner because of the extreme diligence that he's shown in his remote classes this year. When you succeed as a remote student, it demonstrates your tremendous dedication to your studies because it requires a high level of personal responsibility. And Sam's performance in French 2 shows his intrinsic motivation to excel despite the unusual circumstances of this remote learning year. So congratulations, Sam.
And we appreciate the nominations from the adults, right? There's a lot happening, a lot going on, but they took the time to do this for you, and you were in top of mind based on the work you're doing. So thank you, Ms. Bransfield. Ms. Maloney. Oh, fancy.
I had to share this kid. Actually, I had two, Mr. Murata. I have Anthony Frashetta and Michelle.
Michelle Restrepo, who's here, and Anthony, who's not here today, but he is on the computer there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start with Anthony.
Okay.
Anthony, we were talking earlier today about college applications, but when I think of Sojourner Truth's qualities, I think with Anthony, rigor. His rigorous drive to excel at art and expand, from all different genres of art, really sets him apart in the art studio. And there are many different kinds of artists, and Anthony's distinct style has really evolved due to his commitment to improvement and becoming a highly technically skilled artist too. So that to me makes your work shine, Anthony. And it's all due, as Einstein said, it's only 1% talent, right? The rest of it is perspiration. Actually, I think that was Edison. I'm sorry. Intelligence is at the heart of your work, Anthony, and your work really parallels the work of professionals in the field. I feel that I have seen working not only in animation but in fine art too. Anthony, as you know, your awards have spanned from Orange County to the halls of Congress and our Congressional Art Competition too this year, which we will be entering again too. And at the heart of it, you can be a very talented artist, but your character is really what illuminates the art, and that shows, and that is your flexible and yet rigorous commitment to your work. So congratulations, Anthony. On that. My other honoree is Michelle Restrepo, who, if I think of Sojourner Truth's other, amazing host of qualities, for you, it's your resilience that you share with Sojourner Truth, Michelle, too. You're very worthy of this perseverance and effort category in the awards, Michelle. I've had you in Intro to Art for six months, and you impressed me right from the beginning as an advocate for all the students who not only want to speak up and have a question, online. It's Michelle who will speak up and ask the questions and advocate. She's the first one to tell me my camera is muted or not functioning. You are a young woman with a high degree of maturity and a very strong work ethic. You advocate for other students, stay after school often to enhance your artwork and chat about your past experiences. Caring for a terminally ill family member and how that experience has transformed you. The time of personal challenge has molded your character, into one that is exceptionally compassionate and service-oriented. I have rarely seen a teenager with your sense of resilience and the ability to distill the lessons from some of life's greatest challenges. You impress me with the highest standards you set for your artwork as well. And with each piece you do, your work expands. I envision you working in the medical field as someone who will definitely be known as dedicated and compassionate. And these qualities are a unique and wonderful combination that you share with Sojourner Truth. Congratulations.
For our people in person, we have the certificates, yeah, from there, and so, and again, maybe before you guys run, maybe we'll snap a little picture, or is she running now?
And Mr. Morano will mail the certificates to the
To our
whoever's.
remote students, okay. That's Miss Grismer, everybody. She was honored last night by Orange County and Catholic Charities in an award, so yeah, very nice. And again, 8th and 9th period, if you have something, we certainly will get you there. But let's go in alphabetical order here. So up next is Miss Fedora, and she's going to speak on Toria and Paris, our students here. So thanks, Ms. Fedora.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I nominated Toria Burton for this prestigious award based on her excellent participation in French, as well as her kind, caring nature and willingness to help and support anyone in need. She is a shining example of how compassion, humor, academic excellence, and athleticism combine to create an outstanding human being. Congratulations on this very outstanding achievement. I also nominated Paris Khan, and this was because it was impossible for me to choose only one candidate when having these two outstanding young ladies in my classes. Paris truly embodies all of the characteristics that I feel represent this Sojourner Truth Award. She exceeds academically and athletically, but Paris is also caring, considerate, empathetic, and truly represents all of the wonderful things one would want in a young woman. She is absolutely deserving of this honor today, and I congratulate you as well, Perry.
I like the little French touch there, Paris. That's nice. Very nice. Good. Congratulations, ladies. Up next is Miss Grismer, here for our friend Miss Kayla Johnson.
I'll find your certificate later. Yes, I'm very pleased to have nominated Kayla Johnson for the Sojourner Truth Award. I'm just going to read what I wrote. Kayla is an exceptional young woman who has demonstrated perseverance in many areas of her life. She has shown a strong commitment to her academic achievements by working toward her goals and consistently setting her academics as a priority. Kayla also is an accomplished athlete. She takes pride in staying physically active and strives to maintain a competitive edge as a runner. Kayla has experienced some personal challenges and losses in her life, compounded by the present global pandemic. However, she has not allowed these difficulties to prevent her from moving forward. Instead, she has reached out for guidance when needed and actively works on self-improvement and self-confidence. She's hardworking, respectful, and caring, and is setting herself up for a successful and productive future.
Thanks, Miss Grismer. Congratulations, Kayla. She's getting your certificate. Mack is next, and Miss McDowell is here from the math department. Thanks, Miss McDowell.
During a time when many students are facing challenges with online education, Mark is excelling. He is asking questions, he's encouraging others to ask questions and be the best that they can be in our math classroom. he's had challenges that could easily make academics secondary in his life, but he has chosen to put them first. He creates a positive classroom environment and praises others in the class when they're doing well and does not just focus on himself. So for that reason, perseverance and effort, I nominated Mark Mack.
Miss Long could not be here, but Miss Long nominated Miss Sarah Morjan. I know her folks are watching here as well. So to read for Miss Long, Miss Kathy Lane. Thank you, Miss Kathy.
So I'm proud to honor Sarah with this award from Miss Long. And I read through it quickly and ditto everything that she said. Sarah is just super impressive, and I've been happy to work with her during her years at Fort. So Ms. Long said Sarah Morjan is an extremely driven and intrinsically motivated young lady. Sarah has really impressed me throughout her high school years. She is determined to achieve her goals through hard work, time management skills, and her personal drive for success. Sarah has pushed herself to succeed in her academics, as well as her extracurriculars, hobbies, and passions. Sarah is a senior clarinetist who is currently enrolled in advanced concert band. This is the second year. Her college courses have kept her from being a member of the symphonic band, but I believe this made Sarah push forward, working tirelessly to perform in her scheduled class as well as learn the music for another ensemble. She is constantly striving to improve her last performance, tracking her own practice sessions, focusing on practice techniques to make her performances the best they can be, and working through the challenges to achieve success. Although class is different this year, Sarah is still spot on. She puts superior effort into each class assignment, following through with each written word and thought. I can see the passion in her written response and her desire for perfection in her written work theory. Sarah has proven day after day that a good work ethic and heart are the keys to success. I have been honored to work with Sarah and watch her grow. The past 4 years, Sarah's passion for all that she is part of is what made me nominate her for this Sojourner Truth Award. I wish Sarah Morjan the best as she continues her academic journey at the collegiate level. I know Sarah will be successful in whatever path she chooses in life because she is dedicated to achieving her goals. Congratulations, Sarah.
You know, during Miss Christmas ceremony last night, you heard about a lot of nice people from Orange County, and it was so nice to hear the stuff that the people were doing. It was really well done. It was beautiful. And it's so nice to hear this stuff from you, but it's also nice to see you. I say you can see the smile through the mask, but it's nice. No matter how old you are, it's nice to hear people say nice things. So again, congratulations to all of you. Up next is Yassine. Is it Niasi or Nias? Nias. Nias. Yassine Nias, Miss Esposito from the math department. Thank you, ladies.
So I nominated Yassine this year because she is just an exceptional student all around. I looked at all her grades, and all around an exceptional student for years in her past years here. She is a freshman, accelerated freshman in a class full of sophomores, and she by far stands out. She's always participating, always answering questions, asking questions, which a lot of students do not want to do. And when there's that moment of silence on remote learning and nobody's answering, Yassine's hand always goes up. She is fantastic. I'm so proud of her. Let me see if I missed anything. I'll read what I wrote just to make it a little more. Yassine is always pleasant and hardworking, and her work is impeccable. She's always present in class, whether online or in person. Yassine always steps up and participates in class when others are hesitant to speak. I can always count on her to ask questions and give responses. Yassine has been on the high honor roll all year and all her previous years in Port Jervis. Yassine is also on the soccer team and excels in athletics. It is my pleasure to nominate you, Yassine, for the Sojourner Truth Award this year. It has been a pleasure having you in class, and I know you'll do fantastic things in the years to come.
Ms. Banky, you're up next. And you have Miss Cassie Rodriguez, a member of the homecoming court this year, one of our seniors. So, Ms. Banky to speak here on Cassie Rodriguez.
Hello, everybody. When I encounter students like Cassie Rodriguez, I am reminded of why I chose education as a career. Cassie is a brilliant, high-achieving student. However, impressive grades aren't what motivate her to learn, think, and read. You won't find her being boastful of her knowledge or her academic success, using these to inflate her image or diminish others. Cassie, refreshingly, is motivated by a genuine love of learning and ideas, rather than any extrinsic factors. Her written and spoken responses to challenging texts demonstrate her intellectual zeal and her natural scholarly abilities. When I read Cassie's annotations and discuss the text with her, her inclination to engage herself in her studies and her proclivity toward critical thinking are clearly evident. Cassie has sought out opportunities for learning throughout her career at Port Jervis High School. She's taking 5 college classes during her senior year. I'm honored to present this award to such an inspiring young woman. I'm not going to look at Anna because I'll get choked up like I did when I did with Cassie. This is about Annalise Santoro. I truly take great delight in introducing a sterling young lady to you, Annalise Santoro. I've had the pleasure of teaching Annalise twice as a student in my classes, and have sometimes found myself in awe of the combination of character and intelligence that she possesses. It is astonishing to me that a person of her young age can have the knowledge, sagacity, leadership skills, problem-solving capacities, and sense of dutiful responsibility that she displays. She engages herself in her studies, asks clarifying questions, contributes outside knowledge and personal insights to class discussion, and works supportively and constructively with her peers. During group or partnered work, Annalise organizes and prioritizes the tasks and brings out the best in her classmates while demonstrating a keen sense of their strengths and their quirks. Her intellectual, interpersonal, and moral aptitudes have rendered her one of a kind. She is without a doubt the type of student who will make a meaningful impact in her community and in the world.
Congratulations, ladies. Certainly our teachers here, experts in their field. Amazing, the vocabulary. I wrote down about 3 of those words. Sagacity, I'm going to add that to my, we didn't have that word in Staten Island, we have it now, so that was really well written. The actual people from Sojourner Truth said, what a wonderful written essay. So Jackie, thank you for a beautiful display of the language. Yeah. So. And ladies, congratulations, very nice. Miss Russell is one of our online students. Mr. Trotta very nicely wrote for her. So Mr. Trotta, why don't you come on up, Port Jervis graduate, to speak on Ashley Russell. Thanks, Mark. Thank you.
All right, so first I'd like to congratulate everybody on receiving this nomination. It's a great honor. It was truly my honor this year to nominate Ashley for this award in the category of science. Ashley has been so impressive this year. First I thought maybe, she's got 100 average and maybe it's me as a great teacher. And then I looked up her grades, it's like, okay, she has 100 for everything. Like, she's just so impressive. Her work this year, especially with the remote learning, has been so impressive, and it's a real honor to nominate her. She's not only taking my class, college biology, with 101 average, she's taking college U.S. history. She's doing all this as a dancer, a football cheerleader, a basketball cheerleader, the chairwoman for the junior class, and she's been so impressive, and she's going to make us so proud, and I'm so proud to nominate her this year. All right, congratulations, Ashley.
Thanks, Mr. Trotta. Many of our teachers nominate year. I know Mr. Trotta's been doing it for a long time, so very nice. We do have Aaliyah online, but we're going to take a pause, Aaliyah. Mrs. Isaac's finishing her class. So Mr. Rydell did want to say a few words to everybody. And Mr. Rydell, if you haven't met him, has been one who has brought a lot of attention to diversity in our district, right? And in our readings in the libraries and the programs that we're doing, so we appreciate that, Mr. Rydell, and he wanted to say a few words to our award winners today. Thank you, Mr. Rydell.
So first of all, it's really nice to hear the great words that the teachers are sharing about each of you. I don't have the opportunity to really get to know you as Mr. Murat or your teachers would, but it's really, really inspiring to hear the nice words. And I also just wanted to acknowledge Ms. Sprkowski for doing that introduction when I was thinking about today and this opportunity. One of the things I was hoping was that there would be really some sort of introduction and overview of this really remarkable individual for which this award is named after. So I really appreciate what you did in putting that together. I also want to just thank the teachers that are taking time out of their day to be a part of this and to celebrate each of you, and for the high school administration and faculty and staff for doing everything possible to honor each of you for receiving this prestigious award and recognition despite the unique circumstances that we're in. So to all of our 13 students being honored today, please allow me to be among the many that will likely offer you a sincere congratulations on this honor, as well as our collective appreciation for all you've done for yourself as an individual, for your classmates, and for the other students in this school, and for our school itself and the community. And this award is a result of that, and you've distinguished yourself, and that's how you've been nominated for this award. So for this, each of you should be very proud of yourself, as I'm certain each of your families and friends are also very proud of you. So just going back to what Ms. Sprkowski provided the overview on, I just wanted to accentuate a portion of that. So in addition to the pride that each of you are feeling, and you should be feeling, I'm also hopeful that you'll take some time to pause and reflect on the life of Sojourner Truth. She was born Isabella Bonefrey, and she elected to change her name because it represented the mission that she felt she had in life. And there were no obstacles, and many of the obstacles, the more you learn about her, I think most people would find insurmountable, and she didn't. She took on these challenges, and she persevered, and in many cases, she succeeded beyond anyone's comprehension or prediction. And her legacy lives on well over 100 years beyond her death. And that speaks volumes about the person and also about perseverance. So again, I ask you, take time to learn about Sojourner Truth, figure out how you can use the ideals of this individual and this award to represent the mission of your life, to further your purpose, to improve the lives of others, and to achieve all that is possible for each of you. So once again, I encourage you to cherish this award. You certainly earned it, and be proud of this achievement, and know that I am just one of many people that is proud of each and every one of you. So thank you for allowing me to speak and be a part of this process.
All right, Aaliyah, we appreciate you being online. Mrs. Hysiak's coming, so what we're gonna do now, we do have some ice cream. You gotta kind of follow COVID kinda, so Heidi, Miss Nyland, how are we giving those out? We're gonna walk around. If you wanna stand up in your space, we're 6 foot, and we'll hang out for a little bit. Aaliyah, will be just a moment. Mrs. Hysiak, the bell's gonna ring here any moment, and then she will be up, so we can chit chat a little bit, and then we have one more presentation. If you wanna delay and be in the library a little bit longer, you may do so. If you wanna get to your 9th period class, you may do so also. We do have one more reading, and Mrs. Hysiak will be here. So that's your call in terms of the next few minutes, but you don't have to run out and go to 9th period just yet, and we'll spend that time. So congratulations again, and Mrs. Hysiak will be here momentarily.
Oh, she's in college.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't actually get to the
What's that? About what? Oh, no, you guys want- right?
So adorable. This is nice. Please don't make me stand up there.
Yes, it's very, right next to it.
Pretty good, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course I will.
Yes.
I was under the impression
I'm so sorry.
right? Aren't you really, dude? I wasn't like, I would never do that.
So, and then I looked at you and I'm like, oh, no, you actually spoke to you. So, congratulations. So proud of you and all that you do.
Patty. Burger King.
Emerson. Thank you.
How you said yes?
His device just died. Your computer died.
See, better? It only lasts like 30, 40 minutes. So she's not here anymore. Oh. Is there a plug here? No.
Like the one that's like always here.
See, I should have brought the, I didn't bring the plug.
I'm sorry. I'll let you use mine. So we're gonna go on you.
Are you in the meet?
No, you will be.
Are you logging in?
I was in Savannah, Georgia, and I was walking in this neighborhood, and did I tell you the story, Mr. Marta? And I was just walking in this neighborhood from my practice place. I'm in Savannah, and I look, and there's this mural on a fence at a playground, and it was a portrait of Sojourner.
Oh, I don't have a forward-facing.
I was like, oh my gosh, she's everywhere. Like, our small town girl is in Savannah, Georgia, on a little mural outside the church. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was like a playground, church fence kind of thing.
Savannah's beautiful.
Yeah, so it was really neat. So it made me think of all
Wow.
the students who
Log in.
received the award.
I don't have a forward-facing camera. I'm not fancy like that.
I could just get the charger too.
I could go, where is it, in the office?
Yeah, but I could ask Jimmy to bring it
I
up.
could get it over here.
These buttons are weird.
I would have.
I know, I don't like that people.
Oh, this is.
Let me spell your name.
Yeah, I was like, listening to it, I was like, it was, but I'm actually happy that Free Johnny's put it on because my parents are a little bit technological. Yeah, until the last 3 minutes of their
At least they're not like the people walking in the background. Like,
No, my dad was on, my dad was.
Aaliyah, can you hear us?
I've had that happen where
You can hear us, but you can't see us. So now, oh, you can see me here. Okay, good. All right, yeah, you can, yeah.
You will have to flip the.
Yeah, I'll turn it around. All right. Aaliyah, you're on the, you see yourself on the big screen?
You told me yesterday we had
How much battery do I have?
Your battery,
Top right.
well done, well done.
okay, I don't know, there's too much stuff on it.
Oh, I got plenty of battery.
Yeah.
At least for him to finish.
I don't.
Have you guys made your final decisions yet? These are only, you fought, right? Everyone make their final decisions? Because I know not everyone has been to say the pledge. You know, So, how about we get you scheduled here?
Yeah, exactly. Show 'em the
So,
role.
Sarah, what's your plan?
Going to Manhattan College.
Oh, okay, all right. Are you, I saw a little face there, no pledge? Okay. Anna?
I've said the pledge.
You've said it a few times.
Yes.
Cass?
I don't like.
I don't like, I feel like I'm.
It's not public, you're just saying it in front of me.
It's not my favorite activity.
Okay, you're welcome to bring a friend, if you want. And then, would you said before, Michelle, no, but are you go to see something in the morning? Okay, so yeah, so if there's a day where you don't go and you're here, let me know. All right?
I'm just shy, not yourself.
How are we making out?
She doesn't want to leave class, Jack's gonna do it in one.
Transfer up? Okay.
Sharing the best story. That's
Excellent. Mark, what class you have ninth period? Huh? Science. Okay. Well, Mrs. Hysiak will come, and then again, you wanna hang out a little bit? You can, you wanna go tonight?
second ice cream team?
That a girl, Michelle. That's what I like.
I thought they were ice cream
Can you
sandwiches.
get my device back? Can you
I
collect my
see
device?
that.
I gotta go
Captain
to drop off to
Obvious.
my
Okay.
please.
Okay. Yeah, I'll bring it back.
You gonna be involved with this thing with your mom and your uncle? Your mom came in to see me about it.
Yeah, she told me that. Yeah, ice cream and
Yeah, she was good.
ice cream. I don't really know that.
I wanna go talk to, the man standing up is the guy knows those approval. Give him a plug for it, I told him to call me about it. There was a couple of people who did not show. I think we had 13 total winners. So I believe, how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's pretty good. That's good, pretty good for COVID attendance. Anybody going to the game tonight?
Is that a Middletown?
It's at Middletown.
It'll be online, guys. You'll be able to watch it.
It'll be a little chilly.
What time?
7. 7 o'clock.
Mark, you didn't want to double back? I said you didn't want to double just yet? Are you gonna share it with a friend?
You have a drink?
You gonna share that one? Alright.
Very sheer. At least you still get more. Both of them are walking in the mountain. And look, are you wearing an undershirt?
Well, if you're ready.
It's got that-
Oh, she's here? Miss Lynn?
Introduce Rebecca. Rebecca's gonna speak.
Oh, Rebecca's gonna speak for her. Okay, all right. All right. Well, thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you for
Dorr.
your
Come on up.
patience.
We'll get Aaliyah, here. Aaliyah, sorry to keep you waiting, and thank you. So, Ms. Fedork, you wanna come on up?
Sure, yeah?
And Aaliyah, you can hear and see, right? Yes?
Did she hear?
All right, good. So, Ms. Fedork's gonna speak on behalf of Mrs. Hysiak, and, we'll get you going, yeah?
All right, thanks, Aaliyah. You know, it's hard to rip those foreign language teachers away from their classroom when they're in the middle of a lesson. So, I'm happy to stand up here today, and congratulate Aaliyah. She was nominated by Mrs. Hysiak, her Spanish teacher, based on her compassion and perseverance. Mrs. Hysiak mentioned to me, just today as a matter of fact, during our lunch, Aaliyah's ability to overcome obstacles outside of school, yet be able to come to class and participate with ease. Over the spring break, Aaliyah took the time out of her free time from school to send Mrs. Hysiak one of the sweetest thank you letters that Mrs. Hysiak said she has ever received from a student, to thank her for the nomination. And I feel that this only illustrates Aaliyah's qualities of compassion and her caring nature that make her so deserving of this Sojourner Truth Award today. On behalf of Mrs. Hysiak and the entire Foreign Language Department, Aaliyah, congratulations to you.
Thank you for filling in, Ms. Fedora. So, this will conclude our ceremony. I do want to thank all of the teachers once again, as well as our superintendents for taking time coming. It's a busy time here on a Friday, ending of the third quarter. So, you should feel good about yourself, right? People said nice things about you. You're doing nice things. It's okay to give yourself a pat on the back. And our seniors are going to go on and do great things. So, we are proud of you, and thanks for showing your pride in your actions and in your heart. So, all right, we're gonna sign off. Everybody, have a great weekend. How about a go Port? How about a go Port?
Go
No? How about 2 claps? All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks,